Hey cousins, what's up? We're here tonight. We're gonna have two topics, so we'll go ahead and get into it. The first topic we're gonna talk about a time where your kids have embarrassed you because we all know it be your own kids. For me, I remember when I was in college. I had already had my daughter was like 3 or 4 by the time I was in college. I had her my first semester of college, and then I took a few semesters off, and then I went back as she got a little older. But anyway, I remember one of the basketball players asked me to come by and check their house out, see how they was living. So of course I had her. I didn't live on campus or anything, so I went to his house. We was chilling just in the living room, not trying to do nothing because I had my daughter. So he's watching Martin, right? And he was like, what type of stuff you like, what you do at home. And I was like, yeah, I like Martin too, whatever. My daughter gonna bust out. She was like, we can't watch that. We ain't got no cable. And I just remember just staring, and I was like, we about to go. I'm gonna go and take her home. Nobody was talking to her. Like, I wasn't even sitting near her. Like, we was in the same room, but I was sitting in a different chair. So I don't even know why she butted in, why she felt the need to even say that. And he just bust out laughing. And I was like, I was so embarrassed. I felt so cheap. And I wasn't even saying that I had cable. I was just saying I do watch Martin, Cause I do. Or I guess if my cable had been on at the time, I would have watched it, but I had worked a lot, and she always was watching her little DVD movies and stuff. So, I guess I didn't need to have cable, but it was the fact that she said in front of him unwarranted. And I'm like, yeah, we about to go. So, yeah. How about you, Miss? You and your
I'm trying to remember because I don't know if I have any like embarrassing moments.
Well, I guess I just got the terrible kid.
If I had to say an embarrassing moment, it'll definitely be like not while I had like company around, but like one day I think they was like 2 years old, and it was in a Dollar General in Gaston, and it was something that she wanted. She was probably 2. It was something that she wanted. I told her no in the store, and the child hauled off and hit me.
Ooh.
And I had to beat her like right at the register. And it was like these 2 old ladies that was like standing behind me in line. That was just looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm looking at them like, okay, y'all can look at me how y'all want to, but this child ain't gonna be doing this. I ain't never did this to my mama. So I had to kind of like get her together right at the register. She probably like 2 or 3 years old, and I had to like beat her in the store.
And that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing though. But and then
I'm like,
you don't want to really beat them in the store, but if you don't, you feel like I don't know because people looking at you, I guess. And then if you beat them, I guess darn if you do, darn if you don't, because if you beat them, they can be like she beat that child, or if you just let her hit you. Now they used to do Sam like that in public all the time. He used to hit and kick her and stuff, and I'm like. Sam didn't like going me in public because I beat my kids in public. Like if you act up in public, you get beat in public. Like you're not gonna embarrass me because at the end, after all your little laughing and stuff, guess who's gonna be crying? You, because don't do that. That was girl, kids are so humiliating. I remember another time when I don't know where we was at, but somebody was asking me for something. Christian just hauls off and said, "My mama is a single parent. She broke and she ain't never got no money." And I used to tell him that, because he always asked for stuff, and I'd be like, your mama is a single mama. I don't have no money. I'm broke. And so when he repeated it, I was like, I couldn't get mad at him because I used to always say him that, but it was the fact, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that? Like my kids really, really embarrass me.
Like, truth though, it's like, it's the wrong truth. It is what it is. It's like, dad, in that moment, you don't know what else to tell him. Like I try to tell Lake. I don't know, because I see with my only child, I always was able to get like whatever she asked. Like I always had it at my fingertips for her. So I never really pulled I ain't got no money card. Like I always just try to figure it out. Like I ain't never try to pull it. I ain't got it. I ain't never try to put that card on her. But like in reality, sometimes you don't be having it, but you really do be out here pulling strings,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really hear her with the girl. I ain't got no money card, but the whole time, like, dang, how the hell I'm finna do this? Like, I really gotta pull this off because she done asked for it because I'm so used to giving her. You know what I'm saying? Running her fingertips.
Yeah, and I'll tell them I ain't got it or I'm broke, but then behind the scenes I am racking my brain trying to figure out, all right, how I'm gonna get it. Well, because I remember Christian wanted that Oculus last year, and that Oculus was like $450. I got 3 kids. He just one. And I think I happened to go online for Black Friday and they had it for like 400, which it was still, expensive for me. But I was like, he is such a good kid. He don't give me any trouble. That's like my best kid. So I made sure I got it for him. But this year, they got, I don't know if you know about the Oculus, they got the new one. And he was like, Mom, they got the new one. I'm like, I ain't about to stress. No, the one you got, that's good. We ain't. Look, Christmas and everything else can kiss my foot because I ain't really like. I'm excited for the holidays and stuff, but it's just like, man, I don't be wanting to spend the money. It'd be too much.
Yeah, it do. It do, but I don't know. I just done got so used to like, I'm gonna figure it out. Sometimes I done got to a point where I was like, I can't figure it out. Like I'm having to lean on God a little bit harder.
I know that's right. Like Lord, you see me trying. You see me trying. I haven't even put my tree up yet. Huh?
I had to lean on him a little harder.
I got to put my tree up. I got to put my yard decorations up. Go back, camera. Go back. I got to put my yard decorations up. Like I still got my Thanksgiving stuff up. But
I did put my Christmas tree up today. I actually rearranged my whole living room. I had my TV mounted on the wall today.
Who mounted your TV?
My brother, both of my brothers, but my god brother and my brother.
I need to mount my TV.
I got 2 of my TVs because my brother did buy her early Christmas gift. He bought her new TV and had it mounted on the wall. So I got that done today, both my living room and her room, and I gotta do my bedroom next. But I have put my Christmas tree up today and some of my decorations. So I'm still working on. I'm doing like a winter wonderland thing. So I
know that's cute. I know that's cute. I'm gonna do mine maybe the 1st of December. Like, I don't know. And then too, I don't even know where my Christmas tree at. When we moved, I put it somewhere. I know it's here, but I don't even know where the tree at. And I just don't want to buy another one, end up finding it. Then I'm be mad. And I don't know what my Christmas decorations at for the tree. So I don't know. Moving, you don't never know. Like I had a hot glue gun when I first moved. I don't know what that gun is at to like whatever. But all right, the next topic that we're gonna do, and then we're gonna close out for the night. So I know like we've had like places where we may have lived that probably wasn't the best, or if we would have had better, we probably would have stayed in a better neighborhood or something like that, or we've driven vehicles that probably wasn't hitting on 2 cents, or just struggling or whatever. So like for me, I remember I had a little Hyundai, right? I used to love that little car. I had a little Hyundai, right? And when I first got it, it didn't have a radio in it, but I was like, that's fine. I was just glad to have, a car that was decent. And then the air used to work, but one day the air just stopped working, and I had to like, just be hot. So what I used to try to do is be smart. I try to like do all my stuff early in the morning before it would get real hot in the evening. That wasn't even the worst thing. It had gotten to the point where I don't know what went wrong with the brakes or whatever, but and I still had to go to work. So I was noticing that every evening or night my brakes was going out. And imagine trying to get off where it's already dark. I can't really freaking see that good. Get to the stop sign, can't stop. So I have to like put it like in neutral and coast so I can get to the stop sign, look left, look right real quick, and pray there ain't nothing coming. Turn, then get myself back and drive. But before I would leave work, I would always put the brake fluid in the car. And then like when I would get home, I was living in apartments. Then when I would get home, I would like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do to slow down so I can get into the park. So when I would get down the street, I would just keep trying to brake until that girl used to run into the little curb and everything trying to get in there. And how about the car sat down for months, and Mimi, I think she was in pre-K, or I don't even remember how to teach, but the teacher asked me about the car, right? And I was like, well, the brake, huh?
I'm listening.
Oh, the teacher asked about the car, right? And I told her I was gonna sell it. I think I sold it for $800. I sold it for $800, right? And I told her, I was like, well, I'm gonna be honest, because I ain't want to sell her now. I ain't want nobody to do me like this. So I was like, I'm gonna tell you, the air don't work in there and the brakes don't work. How about she bought that car and within a week, her husband had that car on the road, the brakes was working and everything, and I spent hundreds of dollars. I took it to 3 different shops to get my brakes fixed. They couldn't do it. Her husband, I guess he was like a backyard mechanic. He didn't work in the shop. He had a whole nother job, but he put that car on the road. She drove that car for years. She ain't mad at it, want no air.
Oh, wow.
I spent over $1,000 taking it to different shops. They telling me this, I need this part, that part. I'm buying all this stuff trying to get the car fixed. And he had that car. That car probably sit down 6 or 7 months. And just like that. And I really wanted my car back. Like, it was a little bit of, what was it called? A Hyundai Elantra. It was a little teeny bitty car. So it didn't burn much gas. And just like that, her husband got that car on the road. And if I would have,
I'm trying to remember if I remember that part.
The little green one, my little green bean. It was a little small green car. That was, girl, I love that little car. A little short little green car. I had that car for a long time too. I bought it from a little dealership in the house. I paid cash for it, $2,400. The first car I had, somebody else bought it, and it was raggedy. It always would break down, and because it wasn't registered in my name and my insurance, I used to always, wherever it would break down there, I don't care where I was at, I would just leave it on the side of the road and call and be like, hey, the car broke down, I don't know what to do, and I catch me a ride back home. But that little green car, I paid my little hard-earned money, and he fixed that car within 1 week, and every time I would see that car, I would get sick. Like, I broke my neck trying to get that car fixed, get them brakes fixed, and he fixed it just like that. And she told me one day, she was like, Stephanie, I sure thank you. This is my work car. And she kept that car for years and years. She told me when the day it broke down, she said, Stephanie, my car done let me down. I sure hate it, but it's been good to me. I said, it's been better to you than it has been to me. So.
Girl, I ain't joking. I'm trying to remember what we talking about. You said
it ain't got to be a car. It could be you lived in, an area that you maybe wouldn't normally stay in, or you had an apartment you normally wouldn't, because just the struggle.
Well, I don't know if you ever experienced by having to grow up like heating your house with the stove or kerosene heater.
Yeah, girl.
A small portion of my life, like I remember having to heat the house with kerosene, or it used to be the worst, girl. But it's just like you got to go to school smelling like kerosene.
And kids talk about that smell.
That stove on. The house was hot. You was warm. I ain't even gonna complain. I thank God for birthday day because I was never cold. I can't sit around and say that me and my siblings we was ever cold growing up, because we wasn't. Like we was warm, but like having to heat your house with chemicals that can, that can poison you. It was.
Girl, shoot, I don't know, like, if you remember, like, the houses back in the day. My grandma had an older house, and so in the living room, she had a wood heater. And if she would go to work, she would make like a fire or something before she go to work. But if she didn't put that much wood in it, by the time we got up, she had to be to work at 5. So by the time we got up, if it burned out, like, we would be freaking cold. Sam it would just be me and Sam there. Sam would go outside and get whatever wood she could lift. And we was kids. Sam would go get whatever wood she could lift in pan cones and make me and her a fire to keep us warm, girl. Now, when I say we knew how to survive, or they would tell us don't cut the stove on because it's running like that, we'll have that stove running and make a little fire. Well, I never knew. I'm never like hands-on like that Sam is. But I be like, Sam, it's so cold in here. I be like, can you make us a fire? Now, she the younger sister. Sam would get out there and go get a little stuff and make us a little fire and stuff, girl. And we would keep warm best we could. But that house was cold with that wood heater if you didn't go ahead and build that fire. So, yeah, girl, I know about that, the kerosene heater too, because I didn't like those heaters that smell and there's no way to really turn them down and it run the whole, it be too hot. Sometimes I think I'd rather be cold because those kerosene heaters was too much for me.
Yeah, that was the struggle. I thank God my daughter ain't never had that. You know, as a child, because that stuff was real, honey.
Yeah. Look, and I remember I went away for the summer to I think Georgia or New York with one of my family members, and I used to call and check on Sam at my grandma's house, and I would tell her stuff I was eating and stuff I was doing. She was like, "Girl, I'm down here making jelly toast." Like, girl, when you make do with the little stuff you had. I'm like, I'm over here eating good. My folks taking me out. My sister back home eating jelly toast. But you know, that's all you could eat. That's all you had. You know, when my grandma was gone, then it was what it was. But I know you got to get ready to go. And
my two of my cousins came in. They want to kind of put their input in. I'm gonna just let them know what we're talking about real quick.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
And then we can get out.
Okay.
The first topic is you know how they be like, it be your own kids. So like, just tell us an embarrassing moment where your kids like embarrassed you in front of company or something like that, and you know what I'm saying. And I'll tell y'all what the second topic is. So I got Mike right here now.
Okay, you can go ahead.
A little 1-2 where your son kind of embarrassed you. Well, he kind of smaller, but you can hit off James because he's a little older.
Shoot.
James? Yeah, introduce yourself.
I'm Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Good.
I don't know. My son really. I don't know. I had to get on though. He lost his shoes and. I guess that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. The mom?
The mom.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you fix that? Like, what y'all did?
Oh, I got on his ass. We gotta go get them. We find them.
Did y'all find them?
We wound up finding them, but it taught him a lesson too, though.
Yeah.
Well, why he take the shoes off?
Nah, he ain't had them on.
Oh.
But it taught him a lesson too.
Yeah.
How to be responsible. How to take care of stuff.
Okay. You wanna top it off?
That's about pretty much it though.
Okay, the second topic was like she was talking about like the struggles of growing up and like not having decent cars and decent homes to live in. So she was talking about how she had a car that she loved, she put her own money into it. It used to break down on her all the time. So I kind of topped it off and I was like, well, I remember growing up in a home where we didn't have like central heat, so we had to heat the house with the stove, or you know about the kerosene heater. We all know about the kerosene heater. The stove, having to heat the house up with the stove and stuff. So that was kind of a struggle. Yeah.
People my week used to get picked up and dropped off in the station wagon.
Okay, so you hear that?
The station wagon.
So that was advanced. So we really had middle school. Okay, so that's my brother's step. So my mom and dad had a best vehicle either. So we had a station wagon, a green station wagon with green tint.
Lord.
The green machine.
The Grinch.
So yeah, she used to pick us up in it. We'd have band practice at school. Whatever sport we was playing, we'd have band practice, and my mom used to be responsible for picking up us and our friends. So girl, we used to all climb in the back seat or in the trunk of the station wagon.
Oh my God.
Like on ATL when they drop.
Get in the trunk, yeah. Mm-hmm. The Grinch.
Put it in there. Where you want to try to see that?
The Grinch. The Grinch.
Let me try to my car like that. Try to my mama car. She did what she could growing up, Lord knows.
Yeah, girl. My mama had that camera my mama had, and somebody ran into it and she never got it fixed. So when she would pull up to school, we was like, don't pull up to the door. Let us know when you outside. We'll walk out. Don't you bring that car up here to that door so they can see that dent. Girl, we hated that little camera. Like, don't. That little raggedy camera, like, girl, don't come over here. Look, call us when you on the way. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I can agree. I would take the camera over the station wagon, but girl, that camera, and it was a little stick, and she used to kill me flying that little car, shifting them gears. I was like, I'd be so glad when you get another car. This car embarrassing. Girl, we hated that car. You think you cute. You think you cute, and your mama pull up with that. I'm like, I don't know who that is out there.
Right.
Well, all right then. Thank you everybody for their input. And where's you going on a Friday night?
Girl, I gotta go make a play.
Oh, you got a little date, a little.
Because you know what I mean when I
I know. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Bigger woman out here, baby. So I kind of get it how I live.
I know that's right.
When I come down, I'm still a good girl. Don't ever get that twisted.
That's right. That is right, girl. You are a great girl. Yes. Well, all right. We'll do this again next Friday. Good night, everybody. All righty.
All right.
All right. Bye.